of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day?
That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026. Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The average homeowner now has $185,000 in tappable equity. So what does that all mean for the overall economy? A lot of potential spending power should these consumers decide to use all that wealth.
What a bunch of nonsense that is. Here we go again. Let's talk about this home equity, where it came from. It's all temporary. It's all fake. Let's go back. Excuse me. Let's go back to 2020, February. when we had the 31% crash because of COVID. Do you ever think it was kind of strange? We're in the middle of the biggest crash ever, 31%. I mean, boom, couple weeks, boom, 31%. That was huge. And then we have the biggest housing market rally ever. Prices went up 20, 30% between March of 2020 and July. This is where all the equity is coming from. But that's all going to go away. And when people start pulling that money out of their homes to do whatever they're going to do with it, that's debt. This is not the time to get into debt. See, the problem was when the market crashed in 2020 in February, and it wasn't from the COVID. Yes, the COVID was the trigger, but it was the inflation going back to 2008 that the $121 trillion of money printing has caused. And now it's finally showing up. It's finally painful. It was going to hit at some point. Also, the reason the market's having a great deal of trouble, and after we had that, remember we had that 1,000-point pullback on January 10th, and then they tried to stop it. On January 10th, we had that 1,000-point pullback. And it all started, if you recall, when we hit a high. When we hit a high, the S&P on January 4th, and everybody thought, this is it, the market's going to go through this, it's going to be the biggest rally ever. I said, no, it's not. I said, wait and see if it breaks 470. If it breaks 470, we're going to tank. This market's going to go down. Everybody thought I was nuts. And guess what happened? It broke 470 and it tanked. It was going down so fast that on January 24th, that the plunger team came in and took a lot of money. Remember, they printed $121 trillion. So they took a lot of money. They took and bought treasuries, index futures to stop that rally, to turn it around, and it went back up 1,270 points the same day. Imagine, 1,000 down, back up to 1,270. That's insane because they wanted to stop it. Now they haven't been able to keep, especially, remember what's taken this market since 2008 and where everybody's gotten so rich from all these tech stocks. It's been the Qs. Remember, this whole market since 2008, where all the wealth has come from, is the tech stocks, is the Qs, is the NASDAQ. But it's over. And I told everybody the NASDAQ, it was over. I said it was over in November 22nd of 2021. Because they tried to break out again in December 27th. They couldn't do it. They tried to break out again in January 4th. They couldn't do it. And then it started to collapse. And then they came in on January 10th to stop the Qs, the NASDAQ, from dropping. Because they know the whole stock market from 2008, the reason why it went up 600% since 2008, because of 6 stocks. 6 big tech stocks that they attached to the S&P. To use it as a booster. You know them. Google and Amazon, NVIDIA, you know them all. Facebook. So all of a sudden now, the Qs could not get back up and hold both moving averages. In other words, when a market drops, there's 2 key supports. And you don't have to be, an expert in the market. Get any chart. And put 2 lines on. One that says a 50-day moving average, and another one says 200-day moving average. Easy to do. Just go to big charts, put it up, and it'll give you moving day averages. Look for the one that says 50 and 200. And this market is going to be in one hell of a crash unless it can get back above those 2 lines. But they can't. They can't do it. The Qs can't do it. Because why? Because how the Qs got to an all-time high on November 22nd was from that $121 trillion they've been printing since 2008. It took 14 years for the market to move up 600%. And the top 1% got so wealthy. So the market's having a difficult time. Now, here's another problem people don't think about. I told you the tech stocks are going to take this market down. I told you that. And China is going to take this market down. I said, that's going to be the crash. And I said that on January 18, 2018. January 16, 2000. I said, please, everybody mark this down. I want everybody to mark down this date, January 16th, today. That Phil Grandy said, on this date, January 16th, this is the beginning of the stock market crash. And I went on to say that what's going to make this crash is going to be China and going to be the tech stocks. And here we are. China is in deep trouble. Because remember, China's economy is in deep trouble because their whole economy are building cities, but nobody lives in them. They build cities the size of Chicago and New York, and there's not one person living in them. And that's how they keep millions and millions and millions. They bring farmers in from the fields out in the country, and that's how they keep their economy going. But they're in big trouble right now. And we are in big trouble. So when I hear how, wow, this is good. People have $85,000 and how they're going to go refinance. That's what they did just before the crash of 2008. What are you, nuts? And you're refinancing a house that's overpriced by 20 to 30%. Did you ever hear of a home going up from March of 2020 to July of 2020? What's that, 5 months, 4 months? 20 to 30%? Does that make sense? No. Why? Why did it? Because it was fear. What happened is when the market was crashing, the Fed never does anything right. They're stupid, stupid people. And the smart people that control the Fed, they only do what's best for them to fill their pockets up. Like Pelosi only does what's best for her to fill her pockets up. Look at the inside trading she does. Well, she made about $30 million trading Microsoft because she knows when the laws are going to go through that benefit Microsoft. Nobody's there to help you. But my point is, I don't want to get off track. My point is, if you go refinance your house, you're refinancing a home that's overpriced by 23%. That was a fake appreciation. It did not come from productivity. Remember, that did not come from business investment and productivity. It came from people who were fearful when that market crashed. He went in lower till you get 30-year fixed rate mortgage at 2.3%. And people were fearful they're going to miss out on it. And they jump in, and people went crazy. And that's why housing prices went up 20, 30%. We're starting that all over again now, going into another crash, but this one's not going to go up. I'll explain it when I get back. God, be careful.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by 860 AM The Answer in Tampa. And also 9:30 AM The Answer in my hometown, Sarasota, Florida. Okay, so listen to this nonsense.
That consumer has a lot of money, and business has a lot of money. They're spending it. Confidence levels are going up.
Yeah, a lot of money. Okay, Jamie, right? And then we got this dope.
And at the end of the day, the consumer looks immensely strong. So much so that many people are willing to quit their jobs.
Yeah, people need to quit their jobs. Everybody's got so much money.
More than a third of Americans have less than $1,000 of savings to their name.
So how long? So someone can quit their job with $1,000 in savings? So who's lying? Wall Street's not there to help you. Congress is not there to help you. The fake business news networks aren't there to help you. You better understand that. They're not there to help you in the stock market. They're not there to help you plan your lives. They're there to take care of themselves and to enrich themselves. I'm talking about the top 1/100th of 1% of our population and the top 1% of our population. Their job, remember, is to make you feel good, get your confidence up. This is insane what they're saying. At the same time, he's saying they got all this money.
The economy remains really quite strong, in my opinion.
But payrolls.
ADP saying that January private payrolls declined by.
Yeah, they got a lot of money, but payrolls are going down. This is nonsense. Look, here's what you got to understand is going on. The stock market right now, as I said, is struggling, but that gives you a good opportunity. All you got to know when your stocks start going down, or the stocks you are in, or you can just take a basket of stocks. Take the spiders, the S&P 500, a whole basket. Or take the small mid-cap stocks. Or take the Qs, the big tech side. Those are the ones that are going to get crushed. They're going to get crushed. Just sell short the basket. You can own them all in one basket, called the Qs. Understand the Fed, what they're saying right now. They're saying they're going to raise rates on mortgages by selling treasuries off of their balance sheet. Think about that. They're going to raise mortgages. Now, remember what happened again going back to February and March of 2020. Out of fear, remember when the market crashed, Powell goes in, takes the $122 trillion, part of that 122, goes out and buys treasuries, drop interest rates down so you get a mortgage at 2.33%. When we're in the biggest crash ever, a historic, we never had a crash go down 31% so fast. At the same time, we got historic rally in housing? What are you, nuts? And so people jumped in. I better get in. I better get in and get that 2.68%. I better get that 2.68 mortgage. It's under 3%. Let me get in. They were willing to buy a house that was 20 to 30% overpriced. Some houses more than that, depending on the area you're in. So let's just say with a 20 to 30. That's the average across the country. A person was willing to pay 20 to 30%, overpay 20 to 30% for a house to get a mortgage at 2.68. What are you, nuts? Here we are now. We are now in January of 2022. The ball game is over. Powell knows it's over. He can't move the Qs anymore. He can't move the big tech stocks up anymore. He can't move the NASDAQ up anymore. Why? Because after 14 years and printing $122 trillion to push the tech stocks up to create wealth for the 1% and the 1/100th of 1%, guess what? That inflation is killing the country, and the economy can't accept any more printing of money to push the big tech stocks up. The economy cannot accept higher rates. Higher rates. The banks love higher yields. When yields go up, that means they can charge more. But guess what we found out in the last 2 weeks? The economy can't absorb higher rates. So now he turns around and says that he's going to go ahead and he's going to start raising rates again. He's going to raise the short-term rates that have to do with your car and everything else, student loans, auto loans, and your credit cards. And then he's going to, on top of that, raise your mortgage. So people now, out of fear, are running around trying to get these rates. They're no longer at 2.68. They're at 3.77. And they're willing to overpay for a house as we're ready to go into a housing crash. They're they're more than willing to pay 20 to 30% for a house. Every house that's overpriced 20, 30%, they're willing to pay that. I will pay 20, 30% more than that house is worth if I can get a loan at 3.77 before it goes to 4. And people aren't thinking. unless you put 20 to 30% down on these houses, you're in the hole. The minute he gives the word, he says, okay, this is it. We're going to sell our first batch, or tranche, they call it, tranche of treasuries off my balance sheet. Do you know what's going to happen when he does that? The yield, the 10-year treasury yield, is going to go through the roof. You better have a fixed rate. They're going to go through the roof. The dollar is going to go through the roof. Gold is going to tank because when the dollar goes up, gold goes down. So the play there is to make sure you're selling short gold. That's what we're going to be doing. But do you understand the Fed back against the wall, and they're not being honest with the people? Just like back in 2008, when the market crashed in 2008, wiping out $10 trillion in the stock market and the housing market. $10 trillion gone. Who was responsible? The 7 biggest banks, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, and Bank of America. Did they get any punishment? No, they didn't get any punishment. They destroyed our country, destroyed housing, destroyed $10 trillion. Did they get any punishment? No. Instead, they were rewarded. They're rewarded. I'll tell you about that when I come back. And we're going to take a look at some stocks you got to know about.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by KDOW, KDOW-AM, 1220 AM. That's in San Francisco. And also KLFE, that's 1580 AM, The Answer in Seattle. All right. So we got to understand if you're in this market right now, you should be taking your profits and you should be getting ready to sell short. If by some miracle the market's going to keep going up, and most people think it is. Most people think the tech stocks will never come down again, and they should be buying all these tech stocks. They should be buying Google and Amazon. Do you see what happened to Google after its report? The professionals, like myself, sold into it. Amazon. See what happened to Amazon after it went up about 4 or 5 days? And I told my members, I said, if you're going to be in Amazon, you want to be doing it as a swing trade where you're in it just for 3 days, 2 to 3 days. That's called the swing trade. And do it on the chart that we designed here called the Pro 1. Because after 3 days, I said it will come back down because the trend of the entire market is down. The trend of Amazon is down. So many people get hurt in the stock market because they don't even understand what a trend is. They don't know a trend from a banana peel. If the trend of any stock you're in is going down, that means that there's more money going out of that stock than going in, but the stock is going up. And yes, that can happen. You can have a stock going up while there's more money pouring out of it than going into it. So how can they do that? Because you have a lot of people who sold the stock short, and now they got to buy the stock back, and it moves it up. But it doesn't change the trend. The flow of money is trending out. And our charts are designed so that if you look at a stock like Amazon and it started to go up and everybody started jumping in and buying it, well, our chart remained red. It's color-coded technology, and our chart is patent, so you won't make that mistake. So the stock started to rally from, here, I'll just use this number here, started to rally on January 28th, and then she went up 3-4 days until February 2nd, and she came all the way back down where she started. But we knew that was going to happen. And unfortunately, most people don't know that. They don't know what a trend is. They have no idea. My members knew to just trade it on a short-term chart, and they made money in 3 days, 2-3 days, and they're out. You got to know what you're doing. And for our members, we do this for them. We tell them what to do. We have our portfolio of stocks. And at 2 o'clock every day, Steve, as head of our education department, tells our members every stock that's in our portfolio what to do with that stock for the day and the next day. Whether add to your position or don't add, or take more profits or take less profits. Or the one I love, time to sell it short. It's over. It's going to go down. I mean, it's not that hard. The problem is you're always being lied to. It's all this pump, 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 pump. Here, give me an example. Listen to this.
I was wondering if I should hold Fastly through their earnings in the first week of August.
Yeah, I think Fastly's a really unbelievable company. Now, I wish the stock hadn't run so much. But we had them on, and I was kind of blown away about how they're democratizing the Internet. I like that company very much. If I were the president of the United States, I'd reach out to them and say, how do we get this thing cooking?
Now, all the reasons he told her to buy the stock aren't reasons to buy it. Who cares? That's like you look at an orange on the outside. Gee, I'm going to buy it. The orange is nice and shiny and polished, and you open it up and it's rotten on the inside. Our technology tells you if it's rotten on the inside. Kramer doesn't. He's typical. Everything's, buy, 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 buy. And let me tell you what happened to this person. That person, and I'll make sure I got it right, I'll ask my producer, they got in on that date when he said that. It was on February 12th of 2021. That day he told her to buy it because of all these wonderful things. The stock was going down already. Money was starting to be pulled out of that stock. She was buying into a stock that had a trend that was already going down. She was losing money the minute she bought it. She was buying into a stock that there's more money flowing out of it. She would have known that with my chart because we have a color-coded chart. It's patent. Every candlestick is red. You don't make that mistake. Also, if it's part of our portfolio, you told every day what to do and what not to do with that stock. Here's another one, he says. Same thing. This is unbelievable. I mean, there's like 30 of these he's got. I'll give you one more. And I didn't cherry pick these. They're all losing money.
What's your outlook for Doximity?
I think you hold Doximity for the long run. That's how you make money.
Oh, really? That's how you make money? Hold it for the long run? That's right. Just hold it. Just hold it. Yeah. It's down 44% since he told her to buy it. And when he told her to buy that, because I know the CEO and I know this and I know that, October 2021, he told her to buy that stock. October. And when he said that in October, the stock had the biggest sell signal you can get. You can't get more of a sell signal. If she was with us, she would have made 44% instead of losing 44% because her position would have been the opposite. Not buy it, but sell it short. See, what these guys do on Wall Street, Kramer and the rest of them, okay, they sell you the sizzle. They sell you, they want you, remember, their job is to get you to buy stocks. That's the whole job, get you to buy a stock. That's what it's all about. Make you feel good. Buy, buy, buy. Everything's buy, buy, buy. All right, so I'm running out of time. Look, why don't you just join my gang free for 10 days? Go to philsgang.com and click where it says Get Started and sign up where it says Working Investor Group. Click where it says Sign Up Working Investor Group. Go to my site, philsgang.com, hit where it says Get Started, and select the Working Investor Group. For 10 days, you don't pay a penny for anything. And then during that 10 days, you're going to be following Stephen every day with our portfolio. And you're going to see every day when he tells the members what to do with each stock in our portfolio. At the end of 10 days, make a decision if we know what we're doing or we don't. I mean, what really upsets me is Powell, the Congress. Nobody's telling you what you're heading for. And I feel so bad for all these people now that are running in, trying to get under the line. Remember, mortgage rates right now at 3.77. They're not at 2.33 like they were in March, April, May, June of 2020 when when the COVID crash hit and everybody's jumping in trying to get in because the mortgage rates are so low and the housing price was 20-30%. If you think you're going to do that again now, repeat the same thing, you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed. Because, everybody is so worried about the interest rate, they forgot the deal. You make money when you buy right, like a stock. When you buy a stock right, you buy it on sale, that's when you make the money. Same thing with the housing. If you're going into right now to get that cheap rate, you're going to lose money on the house because you're paying too much for it already. We're going to have the biggest housing bubble crash ever. Be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Short on time, but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. Banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Warning: Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. This segment is sponsored by KSBN AM 1230, Spokane, Washington. Remember, you can catch us every day. We're streaming live on YouTube and Rumble. There is going to be one hell of a rumble when he starts raising rates. You want to hear something? Remember, I always tell you, the job of these I'm trying to say, I don't make a mistake and swear here. These nice people, okay, these jibber jabbers, I always tell you, they're con men. Their job is to give you hope. Their job is make you optimistic. Their job is to get you to go spend money. Their job is to get you to believe that it's okay to put more money in the market. I never heard anything that was such a con job than this here today. I think this is the one right here.
Most of the time, the Fed tries to rein in inflation by destroying growth and creating a recession. That is not what they're trying to do right now.
Wait a minute. Most of the time, he says, they try to rein in inflation by destroying growth. That's not what they're doing right now. What the hell you think they're doing? Look, they're raising rates on the short term, on your credit card, on your auto loan, on your student loan, on your business loan. And then, on top of that, they're going to take the 10-year Treasury yield and sell them. And when they sell them, guess what? Interest rates go up. That's the only way you kill inflation. Volcker had the guts to go in over one weekend and raise rates 20%. Anyway, and the only way you're going to kill inflation and stop it is by raising rates. And what's he say? What's this guy say?
Most of the time, the Fed tries to rein in inflation by destroying growth and creating a recession. That is not what they're trying to do right now.
When you destroy growth, you destroy by raising rates. Unbelievable. Look, why don't you join my gang free for 10 days? 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. And when you get to the site, it says click here. Sign up where it says Working Investor Group. And for 10 days, it's totally free. And you'll get the truth. And at the end of 10 days, you are going to be so happy because you won't care if the market goes up or the market's going down, because you're going to make money both ways, because you're going to finally learn the skill. And it's not hard. When these rates start going up, both the fixed rate, which he says he's going to start in March, and the long-term Fed rate, the Treasury rate, he's going to start raising, he said right after that, selling Treasuries. The housing market is going to collapse because people since 2020, March 2020, up to where we are today, are purchasing home and condos that are 20 to 30% overpriced, all because in February, March, April, May, June, July, Powell goes in and takes part of that $121 trillion and makes sure he can drop those rates down to 2.33%. And people are willing to pay 20 to 30% more for a home than it's worth, as long as they could get a rate at 2.33. People are refinancing their homes, which is the biggest mistake ever. More people are refinancing their homes right now than they did in 2008. Refinancing their home is suicide. You're going to be pulling that equity out. And when this recession hits you, or all of a sudden you lose your job, your house, you have too much of a mortgage on it, God, people haven't learned. But I'm not blaming the people. They look to these jibber jabbers for help. And they lie to you. Just like this guy, what he said is a bull-faced lie. Kramer's sitting there telling people to buy stocks when it's clear there's more money coming out of the stock than going in. Maybe for him it's okay. And maybe for Buffett it's okay. They can take losses of 50, 60, 70% and sit there for 5 years, 7 years. Can you do that? How many people can take a 50, 60% loss, be down $5, $10 million in a hole and sit there for 5, 10 years? Are you nuts? Very few people can do that. I got a list in front of me. It's from him. It's from Kramer. I think it's 35 stocks. He's down an average of about 40% on each one, on average, losing 40%. That's why he came out the other day and he said,
I'm no longer inclined to recommend companies that lose money on the show.
Unbelievable. How stupid. No, why don't you do this, Jim? Why don't you get my chart? Why don't you join the gang? And don't recommend a company for your listeners like this.
I was wondering if I should hold Fastly through their earnings in the first week of August.
Yeah, I think Fastly's a really unbelievable company. Now, I wish the stock hadn't run so much. But we had them on, and I was kind of blown away about how they're democratizing the internet.
Oh, they got to democratize you. Who cares if they're democratizing the internet? Who the hell cares if they're democratizing the internet? Who cares? When you look at the stock, FSLY, where he told them to get in, when he told her to get in, he got her right into the stock where the highest amount of money was coming out of the stock. If she was looking at my color-coded chart, she would saw it was red. She would have never done that. Never. She would have turned around and not buy it. She would have sold it short. And she would have made 73% instead of losing 73% by listening to him. And he's telling her bye-bye because it's a good company, blah, 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 blah. My chart showed you can't do it. You can't know because the color-coded chart, which, again, this is patent. Nobody else has it. It tells you not to go in and buy that stock. So overall, what's going on? What's going to happen? Okay. We got a lot of opportunities with good stocks to make money on the way down. And we also have stocks, even when the stock goes down, it goes up 2-3 days. We can take those stocks and go from trying to be in a stock 3, 4, 5 months, we can be in a stock 3 days, 4 days, and be out. We have the skills to do that. But you're not going to be in that stock for 2 or 3 days or more than that because the trend is down. I mean, again, it all comes back to if you're going to listen to these people, they're making it sound like there's very little inflation. The market's going to go right back up again. Everything's wonderful again. Don't worry about it. This market has changed. And I'll tell you, I told you that in 2018. That's when the market dropped 20%, remember? 2018. That's when they tried to do their first taper, remember? And they tried to do their first taper, and Trump said that, well, we could get away with it because I'm going to do the biggest cut rates, and rate cuts for business. I said, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And I was right. The market went down 20%. Boom. And I said, this is the beginning of the end. Beginning of the end. But remember, it takes time because we never had before in these markets. I've been in the markets for 51 years. We never had where the Federal Reserve can come in and interfere and just print money and hold the market up. The first time we saw that was in 2008 Before that, the markets would just collapse. The market starts going down, you let it go down. There's nothing you can do. But since 2008, with this quantitative easing, they figured a way for the top 1% and the 100% to make a lot of money by keeping the market going up. Why do you think they saved Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, Merrill, Bank of America, the people who caused the crash of 2000? Why do you think they rewarded and kept them? Because they needed them to be part of the biggest scam in history that now is still going on called quantitative easing. They couldn't have done this quantitative easing that we're involved right now, the printing $121 trillion, without those banks. They needed those banks. That's why they rewarded them. That's why these 4 banks who are responsible for destroying Main Street's wealth, $10 trillion between homes and stocks, now control, 4 banks control 66 million customers, $8 trillion of $16 trillion, which they're controlling 50%. 4 banks are controlling 50% of all the money in 8,000 banks. There's 8,000 banks. They're controlling half the money. Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's free for 10 days. Click Get Started, and hit where it says Working Investor Group. Select that. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.